Good morning, students. Students, today we are going to start next exercise, that is 4.2. Okay? And if you are having any doubts, you can ask me. So let us start our today's topic, practice set 4.2. Okay, let us see first question of practice set 4.2. Your question is, using the property A upon B is equal to AK upon BK, fill in the blanks by substituting proper numbers in the following. Okay, now see your first question. Your first question, you can see here, 5 upon 7 is equal to, this is blank space that you have to fill up, upon 28 is equal to 35 upon is equal to 3.5 in the denominator. So in these three places you have to put proper numbers. Okay, so for your understanding, let me tell you. See, this is 7 and this is 28. So you can easily understand, if you multiply 7 with 4, that is into 4 if you do. Okay, then you are going to get what? 48. So here we have multiplied by 4. So here also you are going to do same thing. So if you do 5 into 4, you are going to get 20 here. Okay, understood now? Since in the denominator we have multiplied by 4, same way you have to multiply your numerator by 4 also. So if you multiply by 4, you are going to get 20. So this is your first empty box, right? Now see here, this is 35 and here 5 is there, and you know 5 7 ja. So in this case we have taken 5 7 ja, so multiplied by 7. So multiply by 7 here also. So if you do 7 7 ja, you are going to get 49. So here you are going to get 49. Okay, now see this one. This is 3.5. 7 7 5 ja 35, right? So 5 ja is there, so here also keep 5 5 ja 25, and you know one digit point is there, so here also you have to keep 1 point. So in this case you got 2.5. Okay, so same way we can solve second one. Okay, now see the question. This is 9, this is 4.5. So just half of 9, right? Half of 9 is 4.5. So same way, take half of 14. So if you take half of 14, you are going to get 7 here. Okay, now see, this is 42. 14 3s are 42. So 9 3s are 27. So here in this box you are going to write 27. Now see last one, 3.5. Okay, and this is 3.57. So if you take half of 7, you are going to get 3.5. Same way you have to take half of 4.5, and if you take half, that means divided by 2. So this is 2 2s are 2 2s are and 2 5s are. So you have to take half of 4.5, so divided by 2. So if you divide it by 2, 2 2s are 4, 2 2s are 4, 1 is remaining, so 2 5s are 10. So you are going to get 2.5 here. Okay, so in this way we have completed our first question. Now listen students, your second question I am going to omit it. Okay, so you are not going to solve your question number 2. Directly we are going to solve question number 3. In question number 3, you have to compare the following pairs of ratio. So in this case you have to compare your first ratio with second ratio and tell which one is greater and which one is smaller. Okay, so let us see first question. Root 5 upon 3 comma 3 upon root 7. So this is your first ratio and this is second ratio. So you have to compare your first ratio with second ratio. Now see how I am solving this. Do cross of this, that is root 5 and root 7, multiply it. So root 5 into root 7. Okay, then comma is there, so put comma here and do cross of this. So 3 into 3. Okay, so this belongs to your first ratio, this belongs to your second ratio. Let us see which one is greater. Now in this case you have to multiply this. So 5 7 ja 35. Okay, because you know root is going to multiply by root. This is 3 3s are 9. So this is 35 in the root, and you know 9 is what? Square root of 81. Okay, now you can easily understand that this ratio is greater and this one is smaller. So right, therefore I can say that root 35 is smaller than root 81. So it is very simple now. Your first ratio is smaller and second ratio is greater. So root 35 belongs to this ratio. So I can write here root 5 upon 3 is smaller than my second ratio, that is 3 upon root 7. Okay. So understand the steps first. You are going to do cross of this, and this will belongs to your first ratio. Then do cross of this, and this belongs to your second ratio. Simplify it. This becomes 35. This is 3 3s are 9. So this is in the root. So keep it in the root. So you know 9 can be taken as square root of 81. Now both are same quantity. So this is 35. This is 81. So obviously 81 is greater. So that means our second ratio is greater. Okay. So same way I am solving second one. You can see here. Your second question is 3 root 5 upon 5 root 7 comma square root of 63 upon square root of 125. Okay, same way first do cross of this, that is 3 root 5 into root 125 comma root 63 into this 5 root 7. Okay, now let us simplify this. This is 3 root, this becomes 5 into 125, right? This is 5, in the root you are having 63 into 7. Okay, let us simplify this. This is 3, this is 5. Now see, if you factorize 125 now, you are going to get 3 times 5. You know 5 5s are 25, 25 5s are 125. Now let us simplify this. 63 means what? 9 7s. Okay. Now let us take the numbers which are supposed to come outside. This is pair, so you can take it outside. Again this forms a pair, so take it outside. This is 5 into 9 can be taken outside, so it becomes 3. And this is pair, so 7. Okay. So what you are going to get here? 3 5s are 15, 15 5s are 75. So first case you got 75, and in the second case you are going to get 5 3s are 15 and 15 7s are 105. Okay. So now you can easily tell me which one is greater. 105 is greater. Okay. So finally I can say that my first ratio is smaller than second ratio. So this is 3 root 5 upon 5 root 7 is smaller than 63 upon 125. Okay, so in this way we have completed our second question. Okay, now let us see third question. Same way, first do cross of 5 with 121 comma 17 into 18. If you multiply this, you are going to get 605. Okay, and if you do cross of this, you are going to get 306. Now tell me which one is greater? 605, right? So in this case our first ratio is greater than second ratio. Okay, now let us see fourth one. This is square root of 80 divided by square root of 48 comma 45 divided by square root of 27. Okay students, again we are going to follow the same method. First do cross of this, that is root 80 into root 27 comma root 45 into root 48. Okay, now next step is what? Let us simplify this. This becomes 80 into 27 and this is 45 into 48. Okay, let us factorize it and see what we are getting here. 80 into 27. See, if you want, you can do multiplication and directly compare it. So let us multiply directly. Okay, so let me tell you here how to multiply. First I am going to do 80 into 27. So 7 0 just 0, 7 8 just 56. 1 place cancelled. 2 0 just 0, 2 8 just 16. Add it 0, 6, 5, 6, 11, 2. So in this case you got 2160. And if you do 45 into 48, let us see what we are getting. 45, 48. 8 5 are 40, 4 carry, 8 4 are 32 plus 4 36. 4 5 are 20, 4 4 are 16 plus 2 18, and if you add it you are going to get 2160. So in this case we got same numbers, right? So directly we can write here both are equal, right? So since 2160 is equal to 2160, that means our first ratio is equal to second ratio, means both ratios are equal. Okay, now fifth question of this one you can do by your own. Now I am going to solve question number 4. Okay students, in question number 4 only two questions are there, first and second, which you are going to do. Okay, let us see first question. Your first question is what? Quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. The ratio of angle A and angle B of this parallelogram is 5:4. Find out the measures of angle B. So what is given to us? ABCD is a parallelogram, and then angle A and angle B ratio is what? 5:4. Then find out angle B. Okay, so let us write what is given to us. First thing is what? ABCD is parallelogram and the ratio of angle A and angle B is 5:4. So we are going to write these two lines first. So let us write it. First thing is what given to us? Quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay, this is given to us. ABCD is a parallelogram. Then one more thing is given to us, that is ratio of angle A and angle B, that is angle A is to angle B is given to us 5:4. Okay, ratio of angle A and angle B, that is angle A is to angle B is what? 5:4. This is given to us. So let us consider the common multiple. Okay, so let the common multiple be x. So if you consider your common multiple to be x, that means your angle A becomes 5x and angle B becomes 4x, because angle A is 5 and angle B is 4, so 5x and 4x. Now what is given to us? ABCD is a parallelogram, and you know adjacent angles of parallelogram are always supplementary. So that line we are going to write here. Adjacent angles of a parallelogram, adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. What does it mean? Supplementary means what? If you add these two angles, that is angle A and angle B, you are going to get 180 degree. So that is angle A plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. Now substitute the values. Angle A is 5x, angle B is 4x. So this becomes 180 degree. Now simplify it. 5x plus 4x becomes 9x is equal to 180 degree. So if you simplify, you are going to get 180 degree upon 9. Okay. So finally, if you do cancellation of this, you are going to get 20 degree, because 9 2s are 18 and 1 0. So we got x is equal to 20 degree and we want angle B only. So let us find out angle B. Angle B is what? 4x. So this becomes 4x. So 4 into 20 degree, and 4 into 20 degrees is what? 80 degree. So finally we got angle B is equal to 80 degree. Understood now? Angle B is 4x, so 4 into x means 20 degree, so 4 20s are 80 degree. Okay, so in this way we have completed first question. Now let us see second question. Okay, see the question. The ratio of the present ages of Albert and Salim is 5:9. So ratio of present ages is given, that is Albert upon Salim is 5/9. 5 years hence means 5 years later, the ratio of their ages will be 3:5. Find their present ages. So first thing is what we are going to write first line, and then we will write let the common multiple. So let us see the solution. Second one, the ratio of present ages of Albert and Salim is what? 5:9. This is given to us, right? So let us consider common multiple to be x. So let the common multiple be x. Now since our common multiple is x, that means present age of Albert is 5x and present age of Salim is 9x. So let us write that. Therefore present age of Albert is what? 5x years, and present age of Salim is equal to what? 9x years. Okay. Now present age of Albert 5x years and present age of Salim 9x years. Now what is given to us? Let us write by given condition. See, we are given that 5 years hence means after 5 years this ratio becomes what? 3/5. Okay, after 5 years. Now what is our present age? 5x and 9x. So right here 5x 9x. This is present. After 5 means what? Add 5 to both. Okay, so if you add 5 to Albert's age, you are going to get 3, and if you add 5 to the Salim's age, you are going to get 5. So this ratio is what? 3/5. Now what? Let us solve this. Okay, first thing is what? We are going to do cross multiplication. So 5, this 5 we will multiply with this, that is 5x plus 5, then equal to is there, then multiply this 3 into this 9x plus 5. Okay, now we are going to do cross multiplication of this. Okay, so let us do cross multiplication of this. Sorry, multiply this, simplify. 5 5s are 25x plus again 5 5s are 25 is equal to, this is 3 9s are 27x plus 3 5s are 15. Okay, now see, this 27 is greater as compared to 25, so transfer this 25 to right hand side. So keep 27x as it is. Now transfer this 25x, so this becomes negative. This is 25 minus 15. Okay, and if you do 25 minus 15, you are going to get here 10. So 10 is equal to 2x. Why? Because 27 minus 25 gives you 2. So 27x minus 25x gives you 2x. Now in the next step, transfer this 2. So this becomes 10/2. And 10/2 is what? 5. So finally we got x is equal to 5 here. Okay. So x5 means what? We can easily find out present age of Albert and Salim. You can see here present age of Albert is 5x and Salim is 9x. So let us find out this. 5x means 5 into 5, this becomes 25, and 9x means 9 into 5, and this becomes 9 5s are 45. So let us write our final answer, that is present age of Albert is 5x means 25 years and present age of Salim is 45 years. Okay, so in this way we have completed second question. Now students, listen to me. Remaining questions of this exercise are omitted. Whatever questions I have solved, only this much questions are there in the syllabus for you this year. Okay, and whatever is remaining of this exercise, that is omitted. Okay, so in the next class we will start next exercise. Okay, so thank you, and students, please complete your notes properly. Bye.